Hello, Anna here with Liberated Yoga, presenting another signature move. Now, what makes it signature? It has to fulfill a certain criteria. It has to involve the entire body at once. It has to challenge your sense of balance. It must be executed fluidly, transitioning from one place to another. And breath should be an integral component. Expansive movement on an inhalation, an exertion or contraction on an exhalation. Last but not least, these movements should be performed within your mid-range. Now, what is mid-range for me could be a maximum range or even out of range for somebody else. So all of these movements must be modifiable. You can reduce the amplitude of the movement, make it smaller so you can stay in control. Join me for the kicking cobra. Not only this movement fulfills all of my criteria, it also continuously reorients you in relation to gravity. It is a lot of fun to do, and if you're interested, keep watching. We will begin with a simple warm-up. It is essential for us to connect with our breath for these whole body movements. Begin in child's pose and discover the breath in your back body. On the inhalation, expanding the lower back ribs. And then proceed with the breath, inhaling into table pose with the back bend and exhaling back into child's pose. Establish a smooth, fluid rhythm of the spine arching and rounding. Coordinate it with the inhalation and the exhalation. To limber up the spine, let's proceed with cat and cow. As you round your spine on the exhale, vertebra by vertebra, articulate the spine from the tailbone all the way up. Root through hands and feet, spreading your fingers and toes. And then let's lie on the belly and open the spine for back bends. Prop yourself up with the elbows a bit, and then on the inhale, press up into Cobra, and on the exhale, release back down. Resist the urge to straighten your arms. Instead, engage your upper back muscles. Draw the arm bones towards the sides of the body, and release the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Avoid throwing the head back. Create a little bit of a tone in your lowest abdomen. When you finish, press back into child's pose and again reassess the breath in your back body. Make sure you're still connected with it. And now let's turn over, come onto the back, and find the breath again in the diaphragm. Allow your lower ribs to expand on the inhale and softly release on the exhale. Stay connected to your breath. It's going to be a very important element of our Kicking Cobra series. And let's hug the knees into chest and again coordinate breath and movement together. Inhaling legs out into tabletop and exhaling legs back into chest. Engage your feet as well, pointing the toes on the inhale and flexing the toes in on the exhale. Stay connected with your hands to your knees. Embody that awareness, being connected to your body. And then release the low back. And we'll proceed with a twist. Stack your knees in the tabletop position over your hips and keep them together as you inhale. Bring the knees a third of the way over to the side. And then exhale, engage your core, zipping up from navel up to the pubis to return the knees center. Keep your shoulders relaxed on the floor with the arms out shoulder level. Here your task is to really monitor that the knees stay together, touching in the same spot throughout, so you can anchor your legs into each other and anchor your pelvis and control it from the core. And then extend your legs straight up to the ceiling and arms overhead. You can bend the knees here to accommodate your level of flexibility to keep this movement mid-range. Start moving the legs in a helicopter fashion, side to side. The top leg coming across while the bottom leg extends straight along the floor. Allow your shoulders to begin to follow the hips just a little bit while you stay in control. See if you can figure out how far over you can move the legs without completely plopping over onto your belly. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Once you're able to slow down and take control of the momentum, linger on your side and continue onwards, slowly transitioning onto your abdomen. Straighten the legs behind you, bring the hands under your shoulders and press up into a mild cobra. And then on the exhale, come back to starting position with the legs up in the air and roll over to the other side. Transition with control through side onto abdomen, pressing up into cobra. Let me walk you through this step by step. To move over to the right, move your left leg across and transition to the belly. To come onto your back, kick the left leg up, then the right, and then move the right leg across to transition to the belly. Use your arms to assist you. Use your left arm when you're rolling to the back to brace yourself and push up with, and do the same on the other side. This movement requires quite a bit of coordination of the arms and the legs so that they work together, and also a sense of connectedness to your core so that your hips and shoulders are rolling together as one, as a single unit, as if your whole torso is like a log tied together with the fibers of your core. Support the experience with your breath, the back bend with an inhalation, and the transition onto your back and side with a smooth exhale, so that when you roll over, it's controlled and fluid. Once you finish, come onto your back again and hug the knees into chest. A short wind down is necessary to release any tension that could inadvertently have been introduced. On the inhalation, bring the legs into tabletop again, pointing the toes. And on the exhale, bring them back into chest. Allow your breath to slow down and settle. Your lower back to experience a soft stretch. And your belly a release as you use your hands mostly to assist the legs in and out. And then stay on your back, enjoying the effects of this rather invigorating sequence. Namaste.